Hi, good morning. I'm Jen Wall. Thank you for joining us. The Arizona Department of Health Services has just released new numbers on coronavirus cases statewide. DHS is reporting there are now more than 5,400 confirmed cases and 229 people have died. Those numbers are up from yesterday when there were around 5,200 confirmed cases and 208 deaths. Meanwhile, 13 people at an assisted living facility in Chandler have died from complications of the coronavirus. We're told 4 people at Pennington Gardens tested positive back on April 7th. Then, 2 weeks later, 27 residents had it and 12 had died. The care facility confirmed 28 more residents tested positive and they are now in isolation. 5 employees have recovered and other residents are showing signs of recovery. And with just 8 days until Governor Ducey's stay-at-home order is set to expire, there's a lot of speculation about what he'll do. So Team 12's Bram Resnick gives us a look at the governor's choices and some of the information he's relying on.
The governor could reopen restaurants, but the head of the Restaurant Association tells me they're not ready. And while the governor says his decision will be data-driven, the numbers can tell very different stories. The governor sounding like a doctor.
It's more like allowing more oxygen into our economy and to do it in a way that's responsible.
Doug Ducey has some big decisions to make before May 1st. How should he loosen his orders, keeping us at home and the economy in a deep sleep?
The public is going to be somewhat hesitant or tepid to just jump right back into a dining room.
The Arizona Restaurant Association, Steve Chukri, says he's spoken to the governor's office. Restaurants have been hit hardest by the coronavirus pandemic. Chukri says a reopening is still several weeks away.
We're hoping for mid-May or maybe the second week, but to be May 1 as an opening date, I want to be candid that I don't see that being the case.
One likely reopening by the governor, Arizona's operating rooms. He's looking at ending the ban on elective surgeries. That halt has cost hospitals hundreds of millions of dollars. The governor says this is a data-driven decision. One vital sign, coronavirus cases. Are they declining? The number of cases is steadily climbing, now topping 5,000. But the same numbers can tell different stories. This graph shows how quickly cases are growing day to day, and that number has been shrinking. Finally, White House guidance calls for broad testing and tracing of COVID-19 patients' contacts. Arizona's testing capacity has been stuck at 10,000 tests a week, a number far below what experts say is needed. But a Maricopa County spokeswoman tells 12 News it's expanding its capacity for contact tracing by up to 10 times the current number. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
All right, thank you, Bram. And as Governor Doug Ducey looks for a way to reopen the state's economy, the CDC is saying we need to be careful not to do it too fast. That's according to the Washington Post. It reports the head of the CDC thinks there could be a second wave of the coronavirus, and it could be even worse than what we're currently going through. That's because it would line up with the start of the flu season, and having 2 simultaneous respiratory outbreaks at the same time would put an even greater strain on hospitals. Well, soon you won't have to leave your house to take a test for the coronavirus. That's great to hear. The FDA is issuing an emergency use authorization for LabCorp's Pixel test, making it the first at-home test for COVID-19. The sample collection kit comes with a nasal swab, which is mailed back to the lab for testing. Now, in order to receive the kit, you would have to first complete an online questionnaire, which then has to be approved by a doctor. Healthcare workers and first responders can get the tests first, but the company hopes to make them available to the public in the coming weeks. A lot of people coming together to work on this right there. Well, let's take another look at the new totals of coronavirus cases just released by the Arizona Department of Health Services. DHS is reporting there are now more than 5,400 confirmed cases and 229 people have died. Those numbers are up from yesterday when there were around 5,200 confirmed cases and 208 deaths. And taking a closer look at the numbers here in Maricopa County, According to the County Health Department, there are more than 2,800 confirmed cases. There are now there are now 97 deaths, more than 500 people in the hospital, and nearly 160 people in the intensive care unit. And don't forget, you can always find the latest information surrounding the coronavirus and how it's affecting Arizona on the 12 News app. It is free to download if you don't have it already. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this latest update. Have a great day and stay safe, Arizona.